He looked like an older man to me, and I assumed someone that was just gathered there to pray and worship with us. As I got closer to him, the presence of God increased around me. I was part of a 40-day prayer and worship conference in Dallas, Texas that was happening outside in the city. Powerful, powerful time. I left the tent and was walking along a grassy area, and I was drawn supernaturally to a man that was standing there in the crowd. As I was going towards him, not even knowing how my feet were carrying me, we began a conversation. He looked like an older man to me, and I assumed someone that was just gathered there to pray and worship with us. As I got closer to him, the presence of God increased around me. I was aware of this. I noticed several things about him: his piercing blue eyes. He was carrying a backpack with what looked like scrolls coming out of the side. And as I came and began to engage conversation with him, he told me point blank that he'd been sent there to be with us. I talked more with him, and he opened the scrolls from his backpack, opened them out. It looked honestly to me like a map that had been marked with Sharpie. I saw various states marked there, and I'd seen a route that he'd taken to get to Texas. One thing I want to say to you, it was very surprising to me. My natural mind was trying to reason through this encounter, while my spirit man was absolutely alive with the presence of God. And the presence of God was increasing as I began to engage in conversation with this man. I assumed he was a traveler at this point, but my spirit man was telling me that this was an angelic encounter. As our conversation continued, I began to press in and said to him, I am praying for the angels that carry revival to be released in the United States. He looked directly in my eyes and said, we are already here. This was a moment where I began to weep. I realized I was looking not at an older gentleman that was visiting, but an angelic visitor from heaven that had been sent to us. As we finished our conversation, we talked about some of the things that God was going to be doing. And as I began to walk away, he said, remember me, I am freedom. Walking away from that conversation, just so aware of the presence of God in a profound way. I kept glancing back, and he'd watch me walk, and suddenly one moment I looked back and he'd gone, completely disappeared from sight. I knew that I had a conversation with an angel called Freedom, that was here to bring revival. I want to pray for you that your eyes would be open. I want to pray for your senses to be made alive, that you would have angelic visitations that you're aware of and not aware of. They're around you. Let's pray. Father, I thank you for what you are doing in the earth today. I thank you. This is a time of great change. This is a time of great reformation. This is a time of great revival. We say yes, yes, yes to what you're doing. Father, I call for spiritual eyes to be open, the gifts of the seer and the prophetic, awareness of the angelic realm to be released in everyone that's watching, that they too will have conversations with angels that would change the way they view you and change the course of their lives.